Let's start this up. This is Stars Without Numbers, session 3. Been playing. Jimmy, do we have a name for this campaign? Do you want to name it?
So the sector is called Elysian Theta, and I called it Elysian Theta Codex on a Roll20, but
Okay.
I didn't really have a good name.
I like the name.
I thought the word codex sounded cool. So.
Elysian Theta Codex, session 3. I'll fix the names on YouTube, I guess.
Whatever.
No worries.
Yeah, Jimmy, give us a little catch up on what's been going on, and let's get into this.
Yeah, happy New Year, everybody. Hosted a party over here. Allison came over. She recognizes this room now.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
surprised about how much bigger it was.
So
Yeah,
she-
his monitors are like much bigger than I thought they would be, and he has 2 monitors, which I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck?
Is it funny because your room is mirrored, right? I think we discovered this when you held up a beer label and the writing was backwards on the camera.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
correct to me, but it is. I mean, I think it's. Let's see. It looks good to me, but it might be mirrored for you guys.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's mirrored for us,
I don't know
which
why.
is really funny.
So both of you can confirm that the other is in fact a real person?
Yes,
are
Alex
real
is real. I am real.
Neither of us killed the other
But
person.
can we believe both of them? That's the question.
Unless they're both
Me-
not
Yeah.
real people.
They
Oh.
both could be not real people.
They're
Also-
conspiring against us.
I met his dog. I finally got to meet
Oh.
Tilda, and she is adorable.
And you learned that I had a cat as well.
Yeah, he has a cat. I didn't know. Has he mentioned he has a cat? He
Yeah,
has a
the
cat.
cat's been on stream every now
yeah,
and
I
then.
think you did the cat cam once or twice.
Yeah.
Oh, I
His-
didn't know.
But
then I was like, hey,
his
there's
avatar is the cat and the dog, like sitting on a chair or something.
Oh, it is. I just assumed it was someone else's cat, but
There it is.
oh, well, shit. I'm surprised
didn't
they got
suck up my
together for a
mic now.
picture.
Or my camera. But yeah,
it's sitting, so
New Year's
hopefully
was
not.
good.
There it
I'm
goes.
excited to play. I don't have much else except thank you, Allison, for providing my beer drink of the night.
I also brought Glühwein to the party. People
Yes, it went over well. I still have a little bit left that I can heat up, like 1 mug's worth. So yeah.
thank you for feeding me and letting me stay over and play
Oh,
with your dog,
very
cat, drink alcohol and stuff.
Yeah, so that's me catching up. Not much more than that. No. Allison, since I talked to you, why don't you go now?
Well, I obviously went to Jimmy's for the New Year's party. Since then, really all I've done was sleep. Well, except for get yelled at the other day because my job thought I was supposed to be working even though I requested off, but for some reason they didn't know I requested off. I don't know how that happens because it got approved, but
Government deficiency at its best.
yeah, so that's really it. Like, I have just been sleeping a lot and relaxing and playing a lot of League. Poro King mode. Like, that's really literally like all I've done the past couple days.
Sweet.
Nice.
Oh, and I saw The Hobbit, finally, the 3rd one. Finally.
I haven't seen it yet either. So
What'd
it's
you
okay.
think?
After reading the book, the movies, I just see them as their own thing. They're not The Hobbit based off the book. It's just like The Hobbit that leads up to Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
Like, that's how I had to go into them because it's like I know they're going to change so much stuff, and they did.
Yeah, but as a
They
movie,
changed so much. They did
As a
it.
movie.
I don't know if everyone's seen it, so I'm not going to try and spoil it. But they did have some nice like things added in at the end that kind of is like looking forward to Lord of the Rings that
Bridge
weren't.
the gap.
Yeah, that kind of bridges the gap that's not mentioned in The Hobbit, the book. So
It's true.
that was pretty cool.
So, can you confirm, because I haven't read the book or seen the movies, but is Legolas actually not in the book at all?
He's not in the book.
He's
No.
not.
Okay.
Not in The Hobbit, no.
He
No.
could be
No.
in it, but he's unnamed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's implied, kind
Yeah,
of.
because
It's
I
like-
mean, Thranduil is in The Hobbit, and obviously he's Thranduil's son, but he's not specifically named. So it's definitely very feasible that he would be in it.
Okay.
Sweet. Quick,
Someone
pass it
else.
off to someone else, Allison.
Josh, how was
So
your
I've
lead on the New Year?
good. I've also seen The Hobbit. Finally, the 3rd one. Pretty much liked it. I've never actually read the books, but I knew what sort of happened in the books.
The book. The Hobbit is a book.
You know what I mean, though, right? The trilogy.
We got you. We got you.
So, yeah, pretty much like that. I think I'm seeing Big Hero 6 sometime this week, which I'm looking forward to.
Tell me how it is, because it looks cute, but I haven't seen it yet.
Well, the trailers seem funny as hell, especially,
Yeah,
I
and it
think it's
seems
called
cute.
Baymax
So.
is the robot.
I don't know, but it looks cute.
It's like the one trailer where he's like deflating, he's just getting a tape, and he's just like let's see what else has happened. Not a lot has actually else happened. When I was at Tramside, I stopped by the pet shop, and there's a whole bunch of Labrador puppies there. But you know, I've already got mine, so it's a whole matter of just looking and
Resist.
knowing you're not getting
All
any
the
more.
puppies.
Sweet.
Yeah. Besides that, not much has actually happened.
Cool. Well, Happy New Year. I actually don't have Skype open, so is, Kevin, you're still putting food in your mouth, so Travis, I guess why don't you say a few words?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all got together Monday for an Adventure for Beginners D&D edition. So I haven't done a whole hell of a lot since then. Played some video games on New Year's Day. That was great. I took advantage of the Steam sale, so now I have a library that went from like 4 games to like 15. And I started playing a little Bastion today.
Good game.
That's a great game.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I haven't.
I haven't played it, but it looks so good.
Yeah, one of my roommates from a few years ago played it, and he really liked it. You know, I try and I watch a good amount of TV's, like not necessarily all his like playthrough stuff, but you know, listen to his video game recommendations just so I have a good idea of what you know, someone I consider credible actually thinks is a good game. So he's been real big on Transistor recently, which I also bought. But it's from the same company that made Bastion, so I figured I'd play the first one first. See what
It
I
looks
thought.
pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the art. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
it's
If I
a
can step
cool
in for a
art
second,
style.
I
Absolutely.
am friends with the artist in that company.
Ooh, aren't you
Really,
cool?
the lead artist.
Well,
Supergiant Games.
tell
yeah,
your.
Supergiant Games.
we
yes.
play Dota
Oh,
together
you mentioned
sometimes.
him before,
It's a her, but yeah.
or her. I was someone, the person.
Yeah,
well,
we play Dota together
compliment
sometimes.
their
But yeah,
art because it's pretty.
They're great games, Travis. Enjoy them.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I only got maybe an hour and a half in today, but I'm liking it so far. So.
What other games? Did you pick up any co-op games?
I was considering Arma, but I still haven't pulled the trigger on that. I
Play
don't
Daisy.
think so.
Daisy.
I think most of my stuff is single player. It's stuff like Bastion, Beyond Good and Evil, the BioShock games. What the fuck is that? I must have gotten that for free. Portal 2, Shovel Knight, Stanley Parable, System Shock 2, Transistor. So
Portal 2 has a co-op, like multiplayer.
okay,
After you
It
play the
does.
game, if you want to do that,
yeah,
I'll be down to play.
yeah. I figure I'm gonna go
I
on
have it, I just
Bastion
haven't
for a
played it.
while.
Yeah. No worries.
But yeah, I'll let you know.
Awesome.
Yep, and that's really it for me since Monday. So
Sweet.
yeah,
Kevin.
So
The time is now.
Time is now.
Unless you need more garlic bread.
I stopped. No, after this, I'll go get some more. But I love garlic bread so much.
It's
Garlic
delicious.
bread is awesome.
Yes, it is. New Year's, I went to a friend's house, kind of in the downtown area in Seattle, so we got a good view of like the fireworks show around the Space Needle. It was pretty fun. We just kind of hung out, talked, had some drinks, watched the fireworks, and I left pretty soon after that. I didn't want to be stuck in the crazy traffic in downtown after midnight for too long. I don't know. Oh, I ran a dungeon roll game last night with some friends, and it took 8 hours to get through everything.
Wow.
yeah,
it
I
was
didn't
long.
realize how long it was.
It was long. The character creation took about an hour and a half total. We had one kind of straggler who really wanted to read every single option of every single class before he made his choice.
Oh God.
So yeah.
You gotta lay the smackdown on that DM.
Yeah.
Well, the others were laying the
Gotta-
smackdown on that. I didn't even have to. They were giving him lots of crap.
Like, dude, it's not necessary.
Yeah, it was
Not
good.
necessary.
I took him through a really terribly cursed undead crypt, and they all made it out alive somehow. So,
Nice. You
Well,
didn't play
that's good.
Death Frost Doom, did you?
not exactly. I took some elements from that, but it wasn't
Okay.
that campaign itself.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Sweet.
was good. It was creepy. They were unsettled, and they all lived, which I kind of wanted them to die, but they got messed up.
that's-
They got messed up.
It's true. I want you guys to die.
One of them ended
Aw.
up cursed for life.
This isn't a one shot. Damn it, Jimmy.
You want
Well,
us
I
to
hope
die.
you enjoy doing character creation over and over and over then.
That's true.
I want you guys to fuck up and get yourselves killed. I don't want you to die. I want you to get yourselves killed.
Default rules
Great.
on here are start back at 1, Allison. So be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want to die. Jimmy's like, you guys should die.
I didn't say should. I said I want you guys to get yourselves killed.
Jimmy, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, so welcome back, guys, to Sector Elysian Theta. We are currently in the... Oh, I forgot the star name. Our party is currently in the Melanthos system, specifically the planet of Dada. Last session, for a quick recap, the party had managed to escape the Saint Sebastian before it blew up.
Yes.
And there's some questions about what exactly happened on the Saint Sebastian. But in the meantime, the party, bit paranoid about how to make their way on to Dada. They have their package still in tow and a mission still to finish. So they made their way to Dada, passed off some questionable stories, or tried to the security personnel, but actually made it through okay with their package and made it onto the giant trade port of Dada. They encountered Colonel Zaro, who is the head of system security on Dada, on the trade port, and they know he is one of the counselors. So meeting an important person there. And yeah, they made their way onto the trade port and all of its seedy glory. When they arrived there, they split the party, so to speak, to accomplish various tasks. Maddie called up an old friend, Liam Nelson, and tried to figure out how to book passage now that their ship was no longer existing. Book passage onto Osabid 4 and the planet of Manisha, where they're supposed to deliver their package. She learned in the process that the trade port outgoing ships have been closed down or shut down. The term Liam used was quarantined, but we don't really know much of what's going on right now, except that for the time being, they seem to be stuck on Dada. Leon, Selfie, and Margie decided that they wanted to subject themselves to Dada bureaucracy to, one, hunt down their contact, D. Polymer, which they did find, and two, to submit a grievance claim on behalf of, it's on behalf of Margie, but name dropping the government of Rima to lay claim to the shuttle that they had piloted away from the Saint Sebastian. So we have yet to see how well that's going to go down. Margie managed to get purchase a compad, so she re-entered the 32nd century.
Yes.
Yay.
I declared it, guys. It is January.
Oh yeah.
It is the year 3100, and it is January 3rd. I went with the date that I decided to pick the date.
Okay.
It is January 3rd. It's actually the beginning of January 3rd. You guys arrived right around midnight.
Cool.
They had the party had a recommendation to stay in a house or some sort of dwelling or abode recommended by Colonel Zaro. Margie went to go check that out, got a bit creeped out about how empty it seemed. But in the meantime, the rest of the party had located D. Polymer, who has pretty swank pad, and they managed to meet up with her. You learned that for the time being, it doesn't seem that you're going anywhere, but you at least have a place to say that you're reasonably, I think, reasonably trust. And in the meantime, D is willing to help get you off planet as per her contract with this job, supposedly. But in the meantime, you're kind of killing time. She's asked for help on a job. She has a fence for black or gray market goods who hasn't paid up in a couple months, owes her about 3,000 credits. His name, by the way, she gave it to you. I didn't do it on stream, but his name is Cletus.
Cletus.
Cletus owes her 3,000 credits. He probably won't have that on him. She leaves it up to you, except that you send the appropriate message about fences who don't pay what they're owed. She also mentioned possibly a contact who can get you appropriate customs, possibly forged customs documents to get you through even with the quarantine in place. But she, in the end, said you kind of do what you want at this point. So we're going to say at this point it's very late at night. Dee had bid the party good night, showed you all to a couple rooms that she has spare. Someone's sleeping on the couch in the living room. There's 2 beds. There's enough sleeping arrangements for everybody. And you guys pass the rest of the night. And it's morning, and you wake up, and you're sitting around.
Alive.
And you're still alive. And you're sitting around the breakfast table when Margie and Maddie, your compads, you hear dun 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 dun, and you get like some sort of flashing message.
I was gonna say, does a horse race start?
No, it's like trumpets, and you see this scrolling message appear on your screen.
Awesome. So it says, Empros Corp News Flash. Attention citizens, by the order of Councilor Mena, all outgoing freight and civilian passenger chartered vessels have been designated Section Delta Epsilon for temporary emergency detail. Military and diplomatic duty approved flights will continue on Code Yellow scheduling. Further information is available pending your approval.
And this, by the way, simultaneously played on Dee's data slab and on both of your compads. So you get this like echo effect, and you hear it actually blaring outside on like one of the big screens that lines the entrance to the Agora, which is like a couple blocks away. So this clearly went out Tradeport wide broadcast.
Yeah,
Okay.
I look at D and I say, is there any danger opening these things up? I don't know just how pervasive the government is around here.
D clicks away and says, "Oh yeah, it's they're not too bad around here, but
Don't
well,
open the
go ahead,
ones that talking
give
about
them
enlargement pills.
go ahead, indicate your approval."
Does she look like she's joking or?
She's got a grin and she's eating her like bacon and eggs.
I just kind of close my compad and I say, yeah, I don't haven't approved of a whole lot that they've done since I've been here.
Huh.
So, this Cletus
Do you
guy.
do anything, Maddie?
No, I just kind of look at the message and I guess close it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Or wait for it to go away.
He closes it too.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep, so I ask, so this Cletus fella. You were describing to us before what he looked like. Where do you think we can find him?
Yeah. So you guys think you're gonna take me up on this?
Hey, if it helps
Well.
us get out of here faster, you know. I don't mind greasing the wheels when necessary.
What she said.
I like your forward-thinking attitude.
Never hurts to have a contact, you know? And I give her a wink.
You better eat up. I'll take you where you need to go when the time comes. And let's actually break, because not break. Travis, Margie,
Yes.
I need you to make me a persuade roll.
A
You can add in your
persuade.
charisma bonus if you have one, and you can add +1 for making a scene at the legal office.
Oh shit. Okay, I have to look up my persuade because it's been a while. I think it's just a 0. Persuade. Yes, it is a 0. Cool. So 2d6 and +1. You said. Boom.
Oh,
Okay.
God, nailed it.
Okay.
All right. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing happens right now.
Yep.
It's for later, though.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Go ahead
Cool.
with it.
So, what did because she's talked to us about Cletus, but how did Dee describe him? Is
So,
he
yeah,
a yellow-skinned individual with
She
a protruding?
She hasn't done it yet, so unless you guys want to have any more conversations with each other, she said she'd take you where you need to go and tell you what you need to know too.
Sure.
So you're sitting around at breakfast. Anything you guys want to do before she takes you on?
Hey, Leon, I thought we might have been heading out earlier, so I hope sleeping with that thing wasn't too uncomfortable.
You know, it's not all that inconvenient, actually. I've
Oh,
done
that's
worse.
right.
Okay, just remember, if you get in a jam, it's pretty heavy. You can club someone with that.
Oh, do
I
you, like,
forgot you
sleep-
put it on him.
Yeah, we
Oh,
handcuffed the
That's
case
right. I'd
to
forgotten
him.
about.
I like how
Yeah.
you put it on him like last night.
Yeah, like I,
All right.
there was a lot of adrenaline going.
That said, though, I think I have an idea of how to deal with this Cletus fellow.
Oh, I do too, and I pull out my knife and set it on the table.
Oh, like, I just, like, look at the knife and, like, "Nah, I don't think that would be necessary somehow."
We'll see, and I put it back away.
You know, in my experience, when I was a younger lass and trying to figure my way in the world, it always seemed to help to have options, to flash a little metal and steel every once in a while, even if you don't intend to mean it. But like I said, I don't give a shit. Collect what you can from Cletus. You know, make sure my message gets delivered. But from there,
Oh, we can deliver it.
Oh,
you'll understand when you see him.
Oh, trust me, the message will get delivered. I just, like, sort of grin.
I like that. I like that.
By the way,
I like
Jimmy,
you guys better than I did last night. I'll tell you that much.
Jimmy,
That's good.
I gotta ask, in this world, do people still use shoelaces?
I mean,
Josh, don't give it away. Ask when we get there.
No. It's a serious question I need to know for future.
I'm not gonna say yes or no about shoelaces. People wear shoes. It depends on the world you're on. And you're in a pretty varied world right now. So there's fancy non-shoelace, there's Back to the Future-esque, which Travis doesn't get the reference.
Hoverboards.
But there's power laces.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I heard that Nike is actually developing this year power laces.
they've made like 3, I think, already.
Yeah.
So the second
Not for sale.
Back to the Future, Travis, takes place in October 2015. So it's this big.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing all the Reddit posts.
Yeah. Anyway, so So unless you guys have anything else you want to talk to Dee about, she's pleased that you're gonna lend her a hand with this. So she gets up. She says, "Take what you want with you. Probably take that with you too." She's pointing at the package.
We have to.
Yeah, I just go
Oh,
chink, 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 chink.
I don't think
Yeah.
our friend has a choice here.
That's a good precaution. So let's go. I'll give you the deets on the way.
Okay. And on the way, like, if we can say it's quite, like, I asked about the sort of stuff that he fences in terms of, like, types, like, ship parts, drugs.
Yeah,
How about-
Cletus is my I don't know. He used to do a lot of the drug dealing stuff. And by the way, she's talking in a pretty normal voice.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that, made him go a little bit paranoid because he was always sampling his own goods. So, but I got him into more of the pharmaceutical world. It's whatever I can pass along to him, really. People got needs, and I just fill the market. That's all.
It's a good way to do
Supply and
business.
demand, ladies and gentlemen. Supply and motherfucking demand.
Economics are important. I understand that.
So yeah, Dee strolls and she goes on. She's like, Cletus tends to hang out in, well, I usually have him moving stuff in the Warrens. Maddie, you know the Warrens. So what would happen when you took a ship and completely rebuilt it and restructured it into a trade port? Well, there'd be a lot of blocked off passageways, old ventilation shafts, conduit channels.
Mhm.
Everything that isn't on the main drag is what the Warrens are.
Okay.
It's an unofficial underground network of tunnels and passageways, pretty extensive. It's probably double the amount of surface area of the trade port. And anytime that there's a hidden or I don't know, like a underground network, if you will, it's going to be a place that's ripe for semi-legal or illegal activities. So that's what the
Okay.
Warrens are. So she mentions that he hangs out in a certain section of the Warrens.
I
Okay.
assume he would know quite a few escape routes, right? From wherever he usually stays.
Yeah, he'd be pretty smart about it, but I don't know that he would suspect four able-bodied people coming to deal with him either. So I don't
I don't know
think
about
you should have any problem. Like I said, this guy's low-level scum. Just you delivering a message. But that said, you're going down into an area I don't think any of you have been in before. Ain't you even been on the trade port before?
No.
I don't know if I
question.
would have been.
Ha-
Probably.
has
I
my
guess I
friend-
probably would have.
Dada? Yeah, you've been here before.
Yeah.
You
was gonna say-
trained here.
With
This-
my
Well,
previous
the
career,
oh yeah, I guess the trade port. Yeah, I would have been there.
No, yeah, the trade port was always here. There's no other part of Dada you've been to. It's the trade port or nothing. The planet's
Oh, okay. Well, then,
planet's
yeah.
uninhabitable.
with my previous career, brought me to this section or sector before, Jimmy.
Yeah, you would have been through here before. You may have even heard of the Warrens, but you don't know much more than that. But yeah, she says, so the way that I get down into territory that, that I'm known in, if you will, we gotta go back to the Agora ways. So unless you guys want to chat on the way, she's walking back to the Agora.
So I assume she gave us basic directions to where he is. And
Yeah, yes. You get basic
Okay.
directions that if you go down, well,
yeah. But
I'll
we
get there.
can
I'll do
hand
it
wave
in the
Yep.
NPC character when we
Yeah.
get there. For now,
Yeah,
she falls silent and is just concentrating on walking. She lights a cigarette.
Yeah. So I say, anything special we should know about this guy? He keep a pistol in his shoe. He got a couple of buddies that are kind of big that he likes to hang around with.
Unless he's made more friends in the past 24 past 24 to 48 hours than I would know about. He probably doesn't have any muscle with him. He's not that important, but he could have a weapon on him. I don't know. Probably nothing more than the laser pistol. And he'd have to be damn lucky to have put his hands on one of them.
I nod and say, okay, well, what's our plan here? Do you know any... Are you his main supplier? His only supplier?
Mhm.
I want to go in saying I'm friends with someone, and if I say your name right away, he might not be so friendly.
She like shakes her head and is like, "Listen,
He's not
Margie,
too
I like
enterprising.
you, but so I'll let you in on this. Professional courtesy. If he is working for other people, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care." But I don't ask who he works for unless I was having him do way more important shit than he's doing.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I guess we'll just go in and say hi and see what happens.
Oh, and by the way, keep your ear to the ground, see what you can find out about this quarantine of the trade port. Seems like ships are still coming in, just not going out at this point.
Yeah, and nod and say that's something that interests us too.
Aren't they just blocking ships
Oh,
from
by the way,
leaving?
guys, if you guys go to your journals,
No.
you can find the bulletin. Oh, just
Ah.
a second. That's what the date is. There's where I wrote down. Well, I'll change that now.
Yeah, change it to the 3rd. Make it easier.
Yep. Yep, and there's some further information.
Okay.
So you guys can read through that.
Cool.
Yeah, so she asks you guys to keep your ears to the ground and see what you can find out. As you're walking, so the sun is rising over the planet, and it reflects actually quite beautifully off the really thick atmosphere. You can see out around and see the city's floating at the tops of the clouds basically of this thick gas. D actually sees you guys take it in for a moment and gives you a bit of a bit of lore about how the gases are contained, has some heavy minerals in them, and actually that they get mined by the Emperor's Corporation and that both powers the trade port, the big exhaust fans that keep it aloft, and it also supplies the light. It's tungsten-based gas, and it's the tungsten that's really heavily that is why the lights look really yellow and seedy. So, but she goes through this as you guys are walking, taking it. It's really pretty. The sun coming up over the clouds, basically. So it's the first time you're seeing it. Anyway, so you walk in. You guys ran to the Agora. It is packed. It is the morning rush right now. People are grabbing bites to eat, shouting wares. Are you guys trying to stop to shop for anything? Or you're just following?
I'm broke.
Just following. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Well, she goes back a ways, and there's a side alley off of the main square. And she walks for a couple minutes. You're just about to leave what seems to be the Agora proper when there's a garment shop that she ducks into. It's a garment, you can see it's not labeled, but it's got fabrics hanging in the window. Look like both classic legacy fabrics, probably from some TL2 or 3 world where these are still actively produced. That would be what we're wearing today, cotton or polyester fibers. And then also some fashionable
Space fabrics
or fibers. Yeah, maybe even something that is, if not, it's not formed of nanoparticles, but it looks to be both durable as well as very sexy. If it were made into a dress.
Yeah.
Sexy fabric.
So was
Alright,
yeah. Was she taking us all the way, or was this her kind of ducking out?
Well, she walks in. It's empty right now. The proprietor comes out, sees D and just nods, and then ducks back into the back room. And D takes you over to a storage area. Seems like some of the crappier fabrics are here, and actually starts moving some boxes out of the way until it comes to a little hatch, and opens it up. And there's a ladder going down, basically. And she's like, "All right, this is where I leave you. I got my work day to start, but you go down here, and what you're doing is you're looking for the room where the sorry, I have to figure out how I want to say this, guys. You're looking for the room where the it's like a central meeting point under the Agora where a lot of people will be hawking their wares. It's maybe about a 45-minute walk in. Around this area, it's only got one direction you can go in. It splits off right afterwards. into a bunch of different directions. But around here, you just have to keep following the path. You can. I think it's the fastest way if you just follow. Look for cargo area C. I think it is.
Cargo area.
When you see that, you'll know you're on the right track and it's a straight shot.
Okay.
You got it. Any
and,
other advice?
Yeah, don't despoil the natives. There's a lot of homeless people that camp out. Prices being too high. So
Okay.
bear that in mind.
Yeah. I just nod and say, no one will mind if we get in one person's face, but if we start messing with everyone, could create an
We should
issue.
probably not do that.
Well, you need to know who you're messing with. You remember the syndicate, right?
Yes.
Well, they're probably. There's a good bet. No one knows where they base themselves out of, but it's a good bet it's somewhere in the Warrens. And you don't know who's working for the syndicate and who's just down on their luck.
Okay.
We'll find Cletus and ignore everyone else.
Yeah, and she gives you a description of Cletus. He's like lanky, kind of bony from too much drug use. Average build, kind of wispy blonde, dirty blonde hair, green eyes.
Height, weight.
He's maybe 5'6", 115 pounds.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he's kind of
120 soaking wet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little nothing, a little bit.
Damn. Too much meth, dude.
All right.
All right.
Not even
She's
once.
got a question for her. She's turned her back on you guys walking out.
All right, let's go. And I start climbing down the ladder immediately.
Yeah, I follow
Alright.
behind her.
I wait for everyone to go because I'm gonna do some ninja stuff since I have a giant case in one of my hands.
Okay.
Ninja stuff.
So yeah, Margie goes first. I guess Selfie, Maddie, and then
Yep.
Leon.
Going down.
Yep.
Yep. So when I go down, I basically just like instead of like just trying to grab and go down the thing, I sort of do like the fireman thing where you just go and just slide from like top to bottom.
Okay, you want to
How
slide
far is the ladder?
the ladder, which you don't know how deep it goes.
Well, he sees us go down. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
He wouldn't slide like
We
if we're still
climb
climbing.
for 20 minutes.
I
and
want,
then
I want
Josh
you to. I want to make you roll something for this. Is roll athletics for me.
Okay.
An athletic skill check. I'm not going to make you do a save. Okay, so I actually. So you wait an appropriate time. You see them go down. It's about a 30-meter long way down. Maybe 20 meters. Not that far. But you see them go down before you come. And you grab and you like got the case and you've grabbed the rails of this the ladder and you drop and immediately your hand you actually one hand slips off and you start like you hit the side of the wall and as you do that you manage to grab back on and make it down safely.
That's
It
good.
was a DC 5 check and you rolled a 5. I made it easy for you.
I just hear a thong, thong.
Because I imagine with a giant case strapped to my arm, it's practically I've only got use of one hand while climbing down and stuff. So
You could have
I have to
but
improvise.
it's okay. You were awesome. You slid down. You made it down right after Maddie had just gotten off the ladder.
Wait, so you think it'd be awkward to climb the ladder, so you slide down it?
Well,
Yeah, 30
fine,
meters
yeah,
is 60
I've got a
feet,
giant
which
heavy
is 6
case.
stories.
I got a heavy
Or
case,
20
so I
meters
can't
is
exactly go like that. Because if I did that, the case would just go down and hit me in the head anyway.
Oh my god, just do it with one hand. It's so easy. Have you never climbed a ladder?
Guys, made it down. There's no light right here, but you do see some light cast from above. That this looks like an old umbilical personnel docking entrance as a part of the like the former ships. It's just a straight passageway. It's unlit, but further down you see some light. So If you would like to start walking, you may.
Yes.
So I look
Yes,
at
sir.
Leon and I say, "You got down here fast. You okay? Sounded like
Yeah.
you bounced around a bit."
No, I'm fine. More importantly, I have
He's
an
like
idea.
trying not to limp.
You should have seen
I
him. He
have
did a
an
little
idea.
cutesy slide down the ladder.
Careful
so
with
I have
that
an,
cargo.
yeah, so I have an idea how to deal with leaders. I just follow my lead, is all I'm gonna say.
Well, how
Um,
about you explain your idea while we walk, so
Yeah.
we're not all taken by
Oh.
surprise?
I take you guys are walking along the path.
Yeah, we're walking.
It's only going to be like a 30 or 45-second walk to the other end, so.
So I'm just like, well, basically, I just want to talk to him. I want to keep his attention of his eyes on head level. So if one of you guys want to talk and distract him, that'd be nice.
Tell us your plan.
Yeah.
Don't speak in
We're
riddles.
not just gonna go through with this without knowing what you're doing.
Well, you know what I can do, right?
Not
Okay,
really.
so-
You
No.
haven't
Not really, no.
explained exactly. No.
Well,
We know you're a psychic. You
Yes.
got to give us more than that, buddy.
I can make
Quit with
items
this
move.
mysterious ninja shit.
I can make items move. I'm going to make sure that he can't, try and run away from us.
You gotta make his brain move or
And to
something?
do
What are you
that,
doing
no.
here?
I'm going to make sure his legs can't move.
You said items. That's
I mean,
not
I
really
can
an
do
item.
that with my
I
hands.
said exactly. I said I can make items move.
Selfie cracks a couple knuckles.
I'm just like, I actually point. I'm probably guessing that I haven't actually noticed it, but I'm pointing to this climbing harness that I got around my waist.
No, I don't think we've seen the climbing harness. Why don't you describe it?
So it is. I actually need to go back to the bloody climbing harness. Yeah. I was just reading it before, making sure I could actually do this. Is it this one? This one, yeah. So a climbing harness is a collection of straps, ropes, pitons, and other climbing aids, which grants me +2 to the climbing skill test. Which technically, I guess I probably should have gotten that. I don't know.
You weren't deploying your climbing skill harness
Yeah.
to be able to. You weren't rappelling down. You decided to
You weren't
slide holding
climbing.
the edges of the ladder.
So one of the things I have on it is ropes. So technically, I could make the rope move to my will and tie his feet up.
Mm-hmm.
I look and I say, okay, yeah, that's.
I mean,
Tell you what. Here's a good plan. Me and Maddie going from the front. You and Selfie kind of get behind him. Then he'll be. We'll talk to him. He'll be looking at the ladies, and you can do your rope trick.
Well, how are we supposed to get in from the back necessarily?
Okay, at this
Alright.
point,
You
you
just
guys have
position yourself.
walked slowly, but you've made it to the end of the hallway. The hallway
Yeah.
just gone down. It is dusty. There's nothing to be really discerned on it other than being a passageway about just at 8 feet tall, so maybe 7 foot. It's narrow, it's functional, and you reach what was once a pressure door. But it's long been pried open and pushed open fully, and you guys enter into you haven't entered into it, a large room ahead of you. So,
Okay.
what are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, there was only one direction, right?
Yeah, right now, there's only one direction. So
I say we keep walking until we come to an intersection, unless
Okay.
anyone disagrees.
So you come into a hollowed out area. Looks like a bunch of rooms. The wall's been knocked down. It's pretty wide. There's lights here. All over the floor there are piles of sleeping bags. Someone's got a little tent sent up. There's rags, lots of flasks. Little corners where there seem to be very hackneyed computer components of stuff, or maybe even computers themselves that are tied into something or have limited use. It's emergency lighting only, so there's 4 yellow light bulbs, very dim, on each of the walls. You see as you guys walk in, and you'd been talking, that there are a couple people, you can't really make them out, they're kind of in the shadows against the wall under the light. A couple people look probably bent over, poorly dressed, and they're kind of slowly backing off. If you look, so you entered from the north. If you look
Okay.
to the north, you're on the northeastern corner. If you look to the northwestern corner, there's a hallway over there, and there seems to be a pair of hallways to the southwest.
Well,
Um,
we want to
s-
keep straight.
Yeah, so we were heading to cargo area C.
hmm
Yeah.
Is that marked anywhere?
You don't see it yet, but I mean, you'd have to examine the walls. I mean, you guys just entered into the area, so
Yeah.
um,
Well, D said, we'd be going straight for about 30 to 45 minutes, I thought.
Yes.
yeah. So she indicated that, yes.
Yeah.
Keep
So
going
if
straight.
if there's a direction that's like straight across from where we just entered,
There's no hallway straight across. There's this very large room. I mean, there's blanket spaces for like maybe 40 to 50 people, and they're not cramped. It's crowded, but not cramped. You have a passage down to the southwest and one to the northwest.
So are they like literally a T from where we are, or is there one that's maybe not straight on but fairly straight in front of us? So if we were, you said northeast,
Hold on one second.
southwest would I think be the
I mean, we want to follow D's direction, so
Yeah.
the straighter one, I guess, from what we're going to.
Yeah, the
Unless-
closest we could do it.
Unless it's like completely. If it is a team instruction, then we're like, okay,
Not a T. Big ass room. You guys are here.
oh,
okay.
She said pretty much straight, and this one looks like the straighter route, so we'll
Yeah.
go with that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see it's over here is where there are some shadowy figures, and they seem to be kind of slinking along the back wall. What do you do?
No thanks.
So are there like cots set up kind of in the middle of this place?
Yeah,
Like
it's
that.
not at all to scale.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, like maybe like
I just look at the group and I say, I think we want to go that way, and I point over here, and I say, I kind of, I put my left hand on the top of my knife, which is on my belt, and my right hand I'm grabbing like the strap of my rifle, and I just say, let's just give everyone a wide berth and
Or maybe
leave them alone.
like more like this.
so you guys. Okay, so you say that they slink off. Some of them just like see that you're not like charging them or doing anything to them, and they just turn their backs and walk out pretty quickly down the passageway to the southwest.
It's like when you're in a haunted house and you know shit's gonna pop out, so you just like stay as close to a wall or as far away from everything that where people could be hiding, and you like slowly slink through, and then you just start running really fast out of the room.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm totally on board on this.
You
path.
hear some foot patters speed up as they get out of sight.
Started walking.
So yeah, the last sort of rag and shadows guy or girl is starting to leave. So what do you guys?
So I look at the group and I say, like I said, just walk right through the middle. That way we can, if anyone wants to come for us, they'll have to get out of the shadows, and we just avoid talking to anyone. And I just lead the way.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
I follow suit.
you're heading to the southwest then.
Yep. I just walk straight through the room, giving people a wide berth if they've
Yeah,
got.
you don't actually
cots
see
set up
other
or
than those
whatever.
shadowy figures. No one else seems to be around right now.
Good.
So there's nothing. You guys.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you make it across. It's no problem. You see a passage. It's kind of like a wall was knocked out and then a fake wall was built in, and the passage shifts a little bit to accommodate the hull that's there. You also see kind of like above this passageway, like a big 4-foot by 4-foot cutout that looks to go kind of in the same direction as this hallway, but it's a cutout rather than a walking passageway. It's
Okay,
about
so
eye
like
level.
a crawl space type thing.
Yeah.
That's up above. Okay. Do either of them say cargo area C?
No, you don't see anything. You don't see anything that says cargo area
Yeah.
C.
And if I glance over at the other corner, I don't see a signage there saying cargo area C.
You do make out if you like looking to the northeast or
Yeah.
northwest rather. Yeah, if you look up there, you see it's better lit than where you are, and you see some writing, but it looks like spray painted writing on the back wall. It's too far to really make out and cut off by the angle.
Well, I shrug and I just say, well, if we go this way for 30 minutes and don't run into anything, I assume we'll turn around and go back.
Yeah.
You
Shrug
see
my
that
shoulders,
there's
I
a
guess
lot of
so.
there's a lot of the power lines are running into the little 4-foot by 4-foot hole that lead to the lights in this room.
Yep.
Would it be possible to use navigation to help find our way? Based
No,
on these
that's
instructions?
specifically for space shuttle
Damn.
navigation. Unless you
That does.
declared early on that you are a sewer tunnel navigator or something.
In
Culture
which case, you can't use navigation rules.
culture
For space.
data would help, but I'd put you at a penalty unless you had declared earlier that like you were in had a lot of history in the war. I don't think you were
I'll
going to
do
claim
culture
that.
data.
No, mine's more space orientated.
Culture data.
Yeah,
General?
what do you want to? What are you looking into?
See if I can figure out anything about these underground areas that I might be able to recall. Anything about navigating that I might have heard on the sly or whatever.
Have you been down here before?
I would probably say I would have explored it at some point, maybe not deeply, but at some point I would have made my way there just because I'm there training and there's not really much else to do because not much outside of this area is habitable.
Okay, so you know that there are various sections, some that are spidery, more that are quote-unquote linear. They have lots of passageways, but those tend to lead to a lot of dead ends, or not go anywhere. So
Okay.
it makes sense to you that D said it's a straight path, because she may not mean that literally, but there might not be a lot of other options of ways to go.
Okay, I share that with the group as I recall this information then. I'm like, yeah, it's not going to be an exact straight shot, but, you know.
We can only do our
get there.
best.
Yeah.
Stream just died.
Okay, so do you take this passage?
Yeah, I shrug and I say, well, other ways better lit, but like I said, we run into any issues, we'll deal with it then. I
Cool.
just keep walking.
So yeah, you enter into this passage. It's definitely a different part of a ship than where you were before. That somehow has been connected. You hear music. It seems to be coming up above. Like maybe there's some sort of ventilation shaft or crack or something. But you hear sounds of life and music and maybe
God damn it. Sorry.
right?
No, the stream restarting gave me a commercial, and even though you mute the fucking streams, the commercials blare.
Yeah.
God. Fuck.
Oh, the stream is offline. Why?
Yeah, it's having problems again.
Uh-oh. Should we stop for a second?
Yeah, we're about at break point. You want to break, Kevin?
Yeah, we can do that.
Short
I don't,
break.
know if I don't know
Okay.
if it'll help though.
All right. Why don't we take a break here? You're about to take a passage. You hear sounds of the street up above, and you smell and hear sewage. What must be sewage dripping down along the walls.
Yum.
Excellent.
Sounds delightful.
Good. We'll pause here.
All right, taking a
Pause.
break, guys. Be right back.
Time to make a drink.